Welcome, hello, yes, and hi. My name is Ty Kölner, and today's topic is tattoo this girl or me and tattoos. So, obviously, I got no tattoos on my skin, not where you can look into. So, but it is a topic that is following me all my life, and so I want to share you a little bit about that. And yeah, so but before I get into this, make sure to subscribe the channel if you want to stay updated. And I will give you a little introduction as well about me to those who are fresh to my channel. So my name is Ty Kölner. I'm an author. I'm a black magician, and I'm working on the draconian path. So also I'm working with the Cliffwood, and I'm working with the Goetia. So, but in my past, I also did work with runes where I got some about 15 years, a little more experience in rune magic. So there is quite of a history on that. And today's I'm a student of the left-hand Order Dragon Rouge. And my oldest root is that I started as an empath, still building up on my skills, what is part of my spiritual work as well, one of my core spiritual work parts. So, but also, if you got questions about the Order Dragon Rouge, not ask me. I'm not a representative. So I put a link down below to the web page where you can inform yourself if you want to know something. I, in my channel, only talk about my stuff here. So today I'm talking about tattoos. I got no tattoo up until now. You see, there is nothing at all, and there is nothing hidden at all. I really got zero tattoos. But that's not because I don't like tattoos or something. And it's not because of, it's usual today to have a tattoo. So, but that's not the reason why I don't have a tattoo. I don't have a tattoo because I'm a little too picky. And yeah, I want to get into that with you. So my first meeting with tattoos was quite in an early time. As for me, I was around 16, and a friend of mine, she got her first tattoo. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember this tattoo shop. And we were there several times, and she got a piercing too at the same shop. And so I was with her all the time. And I remember it was a little tattoo shop in our town, and the guy was pretty cool. He was also on biker meetings and did tattoo there on these meetings. And he had a little dog, and this little dog was especially cool. It was about that size, and he had no hair, and his skin was about 2, 3 sizes all too big to him. I don't know how this dogs are called, but he was really cool one and a really relaxed one of a dog. So, but he had a rule: there was not allowed more than 2 customers in this shop. So, if there were 2 customers in the shop and a third one did enter the door, he got there, he looked at you, and then he placed down his paws on your foot, on your feet. So you could not move at all. This little fatty did cover all his weight to the front foot, and you had no chance to move away anymore. So you were basically nailed down at the entrance door until one of the 2 customers left the tattoo shop. So this I remember very clearly, and I remember that back then it was totally hip to get tattooed, this ass horns about the above the ass at the backside and peeking out the jeans, or it was very hip to tattoo some butterflies or flowers or something. Um, I was never about trends or being hip also. So this was not my point of interest, but I was very interested into the different styles and arts expressions possible when it comes to tattoo, and I'm really fascinated about that. So and also I did not know where to tattoo if I want to have a tattoo, but I was very convinced about that it is a ritual. To my opinion, it always was a kind of a ritual, not just you know, meeting a friend, no idea what shall we do, let's get a tattoo. That was not my cup of tea. It was, to me, it was a ritual from the beginning. Even though I was not working with runes, I was not working in a spiritual or magical way back then. But to me, it was totally clear it is a sacrificing of pain in this case for a special purpose. So it was a ritual, in my opinion. However, it took quite a while until I found a symbol I found resonating on me, and this was the Utyat, so better known as the Eye of Ra, and there are Ori, Eye of Re, I think it was, and there is one pointing to the right side and one pointing to the left side. I got the very simple form of pointing to the left side, what was directly resonating to me when I found it in a book talking about talismans um, a year later. So, but I had no background about its meaning, and I was not knowing that it was about the all-seeing eye, what comes to Ajna chakra, to the third eye. Um, Quite funny when I look onto it today's, and I had no idea about this complex legends around Seth and co when it comes to the Uchyat eye. So, however, the one eye turned to the right is connected to the sun, and the one which did resonate to me was the one to the left side, what is connected to the moon. Another thing that makes me smile today. However, I did not know how to do. I did just know this is the basic, and I will get a tattoo based on this symbol. This was in 1997. So, and in 1998, I finally found a tattoo shop. I still know the name. It was Fine Line Tattoo in Düsseldorf Oberbilk. And you know, I'm really bad in remembering names, but this name I was able to remember because there was a guy who was really skilled on it. I just I explained what I wanted to have, and I already knew that my symbol did evolve meanwhile, and it grew from an usual Utyat to an eye which had a tribal around. And also the eye already turned to a kind of a dragon eye. So with a slinky pupil, not like a human eye, but this way. Yeah, and this guy did paint a very good scratch about, and I said, okay, fine. I did pay a little amount. I think it was $10. I did pay for saving my copy, and I did intend to get back there to get my tattoo, but time was a little tricky, and so I was in education still. And when I got out of education, it was a time where many people were searching for jobs. So it was very hard to find a good paid job. So there was no thought about getting my tattoo back then. So it got a little into into the background, but it never got lost about. And so I got back to this when it was 2016 around, or 17. I came back to that, and it did unfold again. It did unfold in a way that the tribal around got a little more spiky, got a little more rough, and also it did include entities in a way. And so I started to think about how to use it. And I came to the point to decide it, to wrap it around my left arm, upper arm. And so I did ask some brothers, so just people around the world who were working the draconian path in a way. I did ask for their ideas how to connect this two sides, because it was like this, and now it needed to grab together on the outside. Yeah, and there I faced the problem. If you find a tattoo shop and you have a scratch and you say you want to get tattooed exactly this, um, it is possible to do so. But if you find somebody who is really skilled in tax, in the technique of tattooing, there are some who got a touch of a VIP flash. So if you get a tattoo and say, I want this one, they come up with, yeah, but I could do a little here and do a little there. And so they try to get their own imprint into your tattoo. But this I didn't want to. I just wanted that one, not more nor less. So this was a problem to find a good tattoo artist later on. Um, yeah, why not Düsseldorf is because I'm not living there anymore. It's too far away for just get a tattoo. Um, Makes no sense. Actually, so okay. However, I got this tattoo in a new shape, and I did hand this scratch to some people, and I can just say, out of 5 people, 4 people gave back this scratch, and it totally transformed into something else, but it was not my scratch anymore. So okay, this didn't work, but I already found the point to put it around my left arm. So okay, then time did roll by, and now I was just a few weeks ago, I was in Kaiserslautern. I'm living about 50 kilometers from Kaiserslautern. To our American guys, you know where the airbase Ramstein is, and that's quite that direction. So I went there with my she working colleague and her daughter, and when we got a parking space, I stepped out of the car and I turned around, and suddenly I was directly gazing to a tattoo studio. I said, okay, you're still sorting your stuff, so let me just check there. And I went over and I was looking at the pictures, and I was convinced the tattoo shop was closed. But while I was looking at the pictures, suddenly I recognized that someone was watching me from inside. So, of course, I stepped into, and when I did enter the tattoo shop, there was all the wall was full of Santa la Muerte, and I was totally impacted from the very moment when I got into this tattoo shop. And behind the desk, there was a guy standing, and he was an art to himself. You know, I love when people got their own expression, when they are not like, unified, but their very own being. And this one behind the desk was totally his own being, and I really did like that. Also, I started to talk to him and to check back if my idea of a tattoo is doable in his shop, and how he resonates on this and how I resonate on him. And of course, empath, I did try to read him, and I did read him, and I really I can be sure that if he is doing the job, he will be doing a Georgia's job. I'm really sure about that. So, however, I did try to explain, and it turned out he doesn't speak a word German. What's not quite surprising, because in this area there are living very, very much American people because of the airbase. And this guy was an Irish guy, and he just spoke American English. So, okay, I did start over and did explain what I want to get, and he said, okay, fine, show me a picture. I can tell you if I can do and how much it will be. And I browsed my mobile, but I didn't find it. So I did photo the WhatsApp address of him, and so when I got home, I did send him the picture, and yeah. But another thing was when I left the shop, I stepped out of the door, and only then I did read the name of that tattoo shop, and it was Blood Money. I mean, if you're working on a ritual base, then you have a blood sacrifice, or you got an incense sacrifice, whatever. And if you get a tattoo, it's a pain, and this pain you're sacrificing your purpose. So what could be better than that? I mean, I just did read the name and thought, okay, you can translate this name into a criminal base, of course, if you say blood money, but you also can translate it into a ritual way. And this totally aligns to the Santa La Muerte within. And no, I'm quite sure I get there. And I already got my price, where I will be around, it will be around six to 800 euros. And also I want a green eye, so let's see how it will turn out. If someone wants to support me, here I am. But no, I stand on my own feet, so I will gather this money and I will get me this tattoo, because now the frame, the picture, and the tattoo artist fit. So let's see. However, up until now, this girl got no tattoo, but it will change. It will change, and I get another point. I got some brothers on my path, and this is what I want to do. Um, I'm not a big fan if people are tattooing names onto their body. So as for the granny, mama, etc., or some poetries or so, that's not my cup of tea. But I have I have an idea to do something to nearly similar, but same way, totally different. Um, when this tattoo is ready scratched, so when it is fitting together on the downside of my arm, um, I will send this picture to a few very dear brothers of mine. So, and then I will say, just extend one of the lines. No occult symbols, no things of own meaning of seals or whatever. Just extend me one of these lines, and so this one will always know this is the line I extended, and I will always know this is the line he extended. So it's my way of honoring. And what's honoring? It's I got some really dear brothers who saved my ass one or two times when I was too cheeky on my workings, or who did support me on my path in a very deep way, in a very trusted way. And these ones will get the order to be part on this tattoo. So this is what I will do. So, up until now, tattoo this girl, and I will keep you updated as soon I can get started. For now, it is about doing some overtimes to scratch together my money for that, but no tattoo at all up until now, but not for a long time anymore. So have a good day and talking next time. Bye.